Good morning, folks. It's October 11th, 2024, and the Chief and I are heading for Idaho. This is going to be by far my longest adventure in the Chief, and I'm going to be gone for at least 3 nights, if everything, well, maybe more if something goes wrong, but we're taking off and we're heading straight for Winnemucca and then on to Nampa and then north into Idaho. It's kind of going to be a little bit of a gentleman's trip to Idaho. I'm not going to go anywhere too technical. Let's go for an adventure. Chief is rolling. All right, the Chief is all loaded up and we're about to blast off. Johnny's going to prop me over. Oh, she's running. Here we go. Minutes out of Winnemucca, just cruising along up here in the vast expanse of the Nevada desert. The electrical system of the Chief is functioning great. I got this little solar panel from Amazon and sitting here charging up my my Garmin. We're good to go. All right, here we are coming into beautiful Winnemucca, Nevada. We're about to chop the power. We'll do a little overhead entry here. Get some gas. We just filled up the Chief. She took 10.5 gallons. That's not too bad for Nevada County to Winnemucca. There's not a whole lot going on here at Winnemucca, but it's a nice airport. The tarmac's in good shape, and there was a lady that helped me fill up the plane, so that was nice. I'm gonna go ahead and use the bathroom and blast out of here. Head for Nampa. We just did some quick calculations, and we were burning about 4.6 gallons per hour at 9,500, cruising along at well, with the tailwind at almost 90 knots in the old Super Chief. So that's pretty efficient flying. Right, we're cruising along here in the Chief. We've officially passed into Oregon, and we're over the Oahe, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, river. Big old canyon down there. Off to my right is Idaho. We'll be passing into Idaho soon. I just checked the weather in Nampa and it's IFR. What is going on here? Clear below, oh haze, no, that's not good. Well, that's okay, we got plenty of gas. Maybe we'll try Caldwell. The METAR for Nampa just went marginal VFR, so I think I could get in there, but there's just no wind down there. It's supposed to be calm all afternoon, so I don't want it to turn to IFR and I don't want to be stuck down there. So we're gonna turn north here, where I think it's going to be a little clearer up there, and head for Parma, which according to my trusty chart here, I'll show you my notes later, should have a place for me to get lunch. Easy out here. There's Parma down there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. All right, we're going to get the old Chief on the ground, have some lunch. Right, we made it to Idaho. We're on the ground here in Parma, Idaho. It's kind of a little podunk airport, and I parked the Chief. But I think I can walk across the street and get some burgers at a burger place, because I'm hungry. So that's where I'm going. 1,000 feet from Boy's Better Burgers, but I've got this creek I gotta cross. Sometimes the trusty aeronaut way is a little risky. I'm gonna try and jump it. We made it. I made it to the burger joint. There's the Chief waiting for me. Had a great burger at the burger place. So if you ever come to Parma, Utah, you just gotta go, you can cross right to the right of that telephone pole. And if you step in the right spots, you won't get wet. Yeah, we're a little high. Oh, we're coming in over the golf course. I like that. A little slipperoo. All right, airspeed is looking good. Right down. Oh, it's a little blustery, but whoa, that's a bouncer. And we're down. Yeah, that wasn't my greatest landing, but we're on the ground. See if we can find some gas. Looks like fuel to me. Chief will be happy. Oh man, this is everything an aviator could want up here in Idaho. I just stopped in, where am I at? Payette. Got some gas. They got a crew car right there.
And they got a nice lounge right here. It's a quiet little airport, friendly people. It's nice up here, boys. I'm already wanting to get back up here, and I've only been here for 2 hours. Oh man, we're in Idaho now. This is what I'm talking about. Nice grass runways, the mountains, the rivers. Chief is happy. Jesse could bring the Cherokee out here. The grass is a little tall for the Cherokee probably, but plenty of room. All right, I gotta keep moving.
All right, here we are over Idaho County. Thought about stopping here for gas, but we got over half a tank, so we're gonna keep on keeping on. Beautiful fall colors out there. Ah, there's my runway down there. Oh, look at that fine little spot. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, I'm gonna fly over and make sure the sock looks good, and then circle around and get on the ground.
All right, we made it to Kooskia. This was 1,900 feet, and it's only, I think, like 1,300 foot elevation, but the trees are pretty tall down there at the end. I was wishing I had flaps coming in. You can kind of come in over the creek, but it's tight. The old Chief did fine though. She won't have any trouble getting out of here. I'm gonna go set up my tent. I walked into town, got myself a beer from, I don't know what this is, but it's good. There's a little park over here. You could come in this way over the park, but I don't know. I felt like I wanted to come in over the river, heading north. Most importantly, I found myself a place to charge my iPad. All right, I just had a good breakfast here in Kooskia. It's just a beautiful day up here in Idaho. Perfect weather. It's cool, calm. We're gonna go get gas in Idaho County, and then we're gonna head for Moose Creek into the backcountry. My dad and I actually tried to go to Moose Creek about 30 years ago in the Stits, and for some reason we didn't make it. We turned around in Hermiston, Oregon. We spent a night there and then went home. Dad said he ran out of money, but that wasn't really his style, so I suspect he decided not to go for some other reason. Maybe the weather, or maybe he just decided he didn't want to take his kid deep into the backcountry. I don't know, but we're gonna make an attempt on it, and it should be a good trip.
All right, well, we're chugging through the haze here. We're about to come up on Elk City. This was a potential spot that I thought about spending the night, but decided against it. I think we're gonna land and check it out. All right, we're coming up on Elk City right now. So this is 2,600 feet long. It's got a nice little dogleg to it. Generally want to land to the south, kind of going uphill. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Perfect Chief runway. We're gonna come in right over those hangars down there. Plan on landing once it straightens out a little bit. Let's try it out.
The Super Chief is on the ground in Elk City. That was a cool runway. Just a nice kind of gradual slope uphill. I ended up landing kind of right on the curve, but once you get down in the trees, there's plenty of room and there's no concern. This is definitely a Cherokee-friendly spot, especially because you could take off downhill, fly right out over town. But I've never known the Chief to be so happy somewhere. She likes this airport. I'm definitely gonna have to come back. It's beautiful. I mean, there's a little bit of haze up there, but once you're on the ground, you can't really see it. You only really notice it when you're kind of up there flying along, looking horizontally. Just beautiful out here. You can hear the birds in the trees. All right, we're here to fly, so it's time to keep moving.
It's beautiful country up here. So we're about 6 miles out from Moose Creek. I think it's down in that canyon somewhere. We'll see it eventually. I see the runway. Moose Creek down below. As soon as I popped over this ridge right here, I caught a glimpse of it. Let's see if I can zoom in. We're way up here. We're gonna have to get down there and check out the situation. Just look at it down there. That's down in the canyon. But it's a pretty wide canyon. I think there's quite a bit of room to maneuver. We're just gonna bring her down, slow and easy, get down there and see how it feels. Moose Creek. Looks like there's a couple planes down there. That's a good sign. We're not alone. Okay, this is for all the money. We're gonna land 19. Big old runway. Looks pretty smooth. It's gonna be kind of an interesting pattern. We're going to come up the canyon and then turn around and kind of make a dogleg final. A little high, a little fast. Okay, we can deal with that.
Moose Creek area traffic, Tabria 342 Hotel. It's about to back taxi on runway 19, but we're going to wait for the aircraft on final for 19.
Thank you. I'll be on the ground here in a minute. We're down. Oh, it's a little bouncy.
Oh man, we're in the backcountry now. This is a sweet spot. Big old runway, plenty of room, but you're down in the canyon. This guy in his starboard is about to take off. He's up. Oh, he's climbing like a rocket. He's got good power. Head down the canyon. Godspeed, buddy. Well, I made it to Moose Creek. It's pretty nice out here. My dad would have been quite happy if he had actually made it here in the Stits. It was always his dream, but yeah, you don't get to live all your dreams. Cheers. Pops wasn't really a drinker, or at least not after he had kids, so I'm going to pour this one out for him. Yeah, there's one for you, Pops. I'm going to check out the Chief and then keep on keeping on. Yeah, we got to got a high-powered 182 blasting off. Where is he? There he is. Look at that thing climb. Heading off down the canyon.
Oh, this is nice flying up here. There are some people down there camping, and you know, they enjoyed seeing the Super Chief take off, so we're gonna give them a low approach. There we go. Max performance. Yeah, Moose Creek Super Chief is departing to the north. All right, we're coming up on a fish lake. Forest Service runway. Right over it, but I don't see it down there. Oh, there it is, way down there. Oh, that's a nice little runway. Boy, I don't think it's Super Chief friendly today. It's getting a little bouncy, and it looks like I'd be taking off with a pretty decent tailwind. Landing would be no trouble at all, but we're up here at 5,600. It's what, 65? It's warm, so I don't even know what the density altitude is. I think I'm gonna save this one for next time, or someday when I have a higher powered craft. Well, we're heading for Missoula. We're crossing over the bitter roots. They look pretty bitter out there. Fortunately, the route we're taking, we're going over Lolo Pass, the 5,000 something foot pass, so it's a little more friendly over on this side. I need to clean my windshield. Missoula, Montana. This really is the big sky country. Even when you're in the sky feels big up here. Big. Missoula Tower, Aeronca 587, we're turning midfield downwind. 30.
November 587, runway 30, clear to land.
30, clear to land, 587.
Day 3 of our adventure. We're halfway through our trip. I'm as far north as I plan on going, Thompson Falls, Montana. I found myself in the care of a good friend, and he took me out to dinner last night, and I took him up for a little sunset flight, and we kind of flew over some spots that he's an elk hunter, and he wanted to just kind of scope out some lands up here. He's probably not going to get up to hunt it for a couple weeks, but then he put me up in his I think he calls this the lodge, a little spot here with a bed and a shower, a place to charge up my devices. It's been a good trip. My trek through the backcountry over to Elk City and Moose Creek was great. There's some unforgiving terrain out there though. I don't know if I'd ever take my kids the way I went this last time, just because there were a few times where I was over some terrain where if I'd had engine trouble, it wouldn't have ended well. So this is going to be, today we're going to try and get all the way down to, back to Payette. And I may stop, I want to fly down the Snake River and check out some of those little runways. And I'm going to meet a friend for lunch in McCall. And then we may even try to get over to Garden Valley. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the Chief keeps running well, and we'll be heading south. Just a beautiful morning here at Thompson Falls. Got the Chief pointing into the sun. Get her warming up a little bit. We got a Super Cub coming in here to land. There's a nice little breeze. Check out this vintage flying machine. Looks like an old Pete and Paul. Tail up. Flying.
The Super Chief is heading south. So long, Montana. It's a beautiful day up here. Perfect weather for flying. I got my autopilot all dialed in here. I got my GPS hanging from the steering wheel there, from the yoke there. I got my coordinates tangled up over here.
Setting up for left downwind.
And with just a little bit of right rudder, I can
runway 17, I'm gonna fly
go
over
straight ahead. And if I just let off a
little
little bit, she'll kind of turn to the left. And if I just put a little more pressure, she turns to the right. So the old Chief is tripped out, flying smooth. We're up here. Yeah, we're still climbing. We'll try to get up to about 8,500 on our way into Orofino.
You gotta be kidding me right now. That flight into Orofino, that approach was just the most beautiful approach I think I've ever flown. Beautiful airport here. Perfect blacktop. Nice hangars down here in the canyon. Yeah, I got the Chief all gassed up. Check out this pilot lounge in Orofino. By far one of the nicest pilot lounges I've ever experienced. Look at this place. TV, lazy boys. I got a computer. I got a fridge full of drinks. Coffee maker. Nice bathroom. This is nice. Missoula, Idaho, off the Salmon River. No match for the Super Chief. About 1,000 kind of bumpy feet and absolutely no go around. But a nice downhill takeoff. Let's go. Doug Bar. This is a nice little spot out here on the Snake River. Oh, there goes a jet boat. All right, taking off out of Doug Bar. All right, we just landed here in Garden Valley. This place is cool. Nice, smooth runway. Probably my best landing. Just felt perfect. Look at the fall colors. Extra long. Definitely Cherokee friendly. Look at this nice camping area. Picnic tables. We got a restroom down there. This is nice. Right next to the road, but boy, this is a nice spot. I got some turkeys in the runway. Keep moving, birds. Chief is about to blast off. All right, the Chief is down for the night. We just made it into Payette, Idaho. I've been here before. I got gas on the way up, and they have a little pilot's lounge right there. So I'm gonna sleep in there. I didn't feel like setting up the tent and getting out my air mattress and all that. So I'm gonna see if I can fire up the old courtesy car, head into town, get some dinner, and then we'll blast off for home tomorrow. The old Payette airport courtesy car. She's a reliable steed. Putting a few bucks worth of gas in her. Well, I had a nice overnight here in the Pilot Cafe. The sun's starting to come up. The Chief is ready to head for home. We got about a 6-hour flight to get home. I'm gonna stop in Burns, Oregon, get gas there, and then probably one more stop before I go home. It's been nice up here in Idaho. By far the best trip in the Chief that I've had. And definitely want to come back. There's more places to explore and a few places that I really like that I'll definitely come back to. So, all right. Let's hit the road. Well, I just got gas here in Alturas. I was planning on turning and burning, but check out this sweet ride. I'm gonna fire up this bad boy and go into town and get myself a fancy coffee. All right. Oh yeah. I like that these airport courtesy cars are all Chevys. Come on, baby. Oh, she runs. Oh yeah. Now this thing is a quality ride. All right, the old Chief is back in the hangar. That was one of the greatest adventures I've had in a long time in an airplane. The old Chief ran perfect and she got me home in one piece. That's all you can ask. that's all for this one. Subscribe up here, and I'll see you on the next one. So long.